Yes. Hi everyone. Today I am discuss about wrapper classes in Java. So what is wrapper classes? Generally the purpose of the wrapper class is convert primitive data type into objects. Okay. So primitive data types means like for suppose int a equal to 90. Okay. So this type of data type is called primitive data types or primary data types you can say int, float. So this is are the primary data types. Okay, so what is wrapper classes? So wrapper classes means like int is here integer b float c. So integer b equal to 3.24. So this is called wrapper classes. Okay, so every primitive data type contain wrapper classes in Java. Okay, so for suppose float. So float wrapper class, how to define float? Float f equal to 77.23. So this is a float data type. Okay, this is a integer data type. Okay, so actually all wrapper classes, these are the classes actually. Okay, wrapper classes are available by default in Java dot lang package. Okay, lang is a one predefined package. So the lang package contain all wrapper classes. Okay, these are all are by default available in every class. It doesn't require to import the wrapper classes. Okay, okay, so using these wrapper classes, what is the purpose of this wrapper classes? So every wrapper classes actually parsing method is there. Okay, parse int, parse float, parse double, parse byte. So those are the functionalities are available in each and every wrapper classes. So using those functionality, we can convert a primitive data type into objects. So then what is the use where we are using the conversion of those things? Actually the every request value is read by server, okay, in backend. So in that situation user entered values must be converted into object. In that situation we are using wrapper classes. Okay, so using those wrapper classes we can convert a primitive data type into objects. Okay, so see practically we see discuss those things right now. Yes. So this is a one test is a one class. In that I need to read user different values. For that purpose, see generally scanner class also there. Scanner class, using this scanner class also we can read the data using the methods like next int, next float, next double, like that. Next method also there. So but here I'm using buffer reader. Okay, so generally buffer reader is a more fast compare with the scanner class. Okay, so here I'm using buffer reader. So input classes all are available in java.io package, remember that one. So those things are must be import, otherwise doesn't work. Okay, buffer reader, new input stream reader, here system.in. So these are the import statements. Buffer reader is available in IO package, and input stream reader class also available in IO package. So here what happened actually? So buffer reader br, using this reference I call read line method. Read line is a one method, predefined method. So this method is read the data from the keyboard values. Okay, so actually system.in is a read the value byte by byte from the keyboard. So those are the information, those are the values are stored into input reader, input stream reader class. So this memory is stored into buffer reader. So buffer reader class is a maintain group of bytes. Okay, group of data maintained in this memory. So using read line method we read the data from this memory. Okay, so here read line is one of the predefined method. This method is read the data as a string. Okay, so here I entered some number, enter number. Okay, enter like for suppose employee number. Okay, so that number is a integer type, so that's why so those are the information must be converted into integer, int no. So these are the information is read as a string only. Okay, so that information is must be converted into integer. So how to convert those information? Using the wrapper classes. Integer dot parseInt. Okay, so this entire information is must be converted into, this is a read line method is read the data as a string format. That string is converted into particular integer. For that purpose we are using parseInt method. Okay, so that is entire information is stored into one reference, that is a no variable. Okay, so actually here is read line method is read the data as a string and it will throws an exception. That's why we need to define here throws exception. Okay, so then it's done. These are the number, user enter the value, the value is read as a string format. Read line method is read the data as a string format. That string is converted into particular integer. We are using here parseInt method. Okay, so the parseInt method is a user request values convert into particular object. Okay, so this parseInt method is available in integer class. Okay, integer is a one class, the class name is wrapper class, that is also called wrapper class. Okay, so that is information is stored into this reference variable. Okay, one variable. Next one is enter name. Enter name. So here doesn't require to convert the information, because of here in name is also one class type of reference. Yes, it's a class, that's the reason S is a capital letter. Then read line is also read the data as a string only. Okay, user also enter the value as a string only. So without string, remaining all data types must be converted into that particular data type. Okay, without string. Okay, because of read the data as a string format, then the value also stored into the string value. Okay, other than the string, you must be converted into a particular data type. Like for example, here I take one float, like enter salary. Okay, enter salary. So here float salary equal to float dot parse float. Okay, so br dot read line. So read line is only one of the method. The method is read enter data. Okay, from user enter value, whatever value is entered. So that value is actually take as a string format. That string is must be convert into that particular data type. Then we are using parse method, parsing method. Here parse float method is there. So that method is available also. Float is one of the one wrapper class. In that class contain parsing method. It is converted into, that string is converted into float object. The value stored into this variable. Finally, number and name, salary all are printed here. Number, no, name, printed name, and salary, SAL. Okay, so these are the all our values are printed here. Execute this program. So enter number 14 and name Raju, salary some like package. So number and name and salary. Okay, so these are the all our values are taken by user request values using the buffer reader classes, and whatever user values are entered, those values are take through buffer reader classes, and those are the informations must be convert. Okay, so using the wrapper classes. Okay, so these are the information if when you perform the functionality between client and server communication, because server must be read as a objects only. Before do some functionalities, those are the user values must be converted into objects. In that situation you use wrapper classes. Okay, so this is the information about the wrapper classes. Actually here also exception is throws exception we are using. Why? Because read line method is a throws an exception. That's the reason here is also input output exception is there, and a read line method is also there. So some exceptions are throws. That's why I'm using here also throws exception. Already I discussed about this information. What about throws exception in exception concept? Okay, so what is the purpose of this one? So throws exception means we are not handle any exception. Okay, we throw an exception. That exception is handled by JVM at runtime. Okay, yes, yes, there is information about the wrapper class. Fine, thank you.